Okay, tell us everything. No. We only have, what, 3 more episodes of this season? So what can you tease us about what's coming in the season?
Nice little tease. Tobias hasn't been seen in a while.
Oh, so what is his return going to mean for everyone?
It will certainly mean something. Tobias is such an amazing villain. I actually think he's the most complex, nuanced villain on TV. Maybe along with Negan on Walking Dead. Like, you're seeing different sides of a villain and what it means. I was fortunate enough in my first episode to write his story from how we saw him from behind the scenes, and to see a little bit of the complexity of what goes on with him is important. I think it's important to know that, you know, villains are people too. And he has his own motivations in coming back, so that's the tease. You know, last we saw him, he had been shot, his sister had been killed, he's coming back with a vengeance, and as if he needed any more of a reason to not like Black Lightning, he's certainly coming back strong now.
So we have this, I guess, circle of trust with Jefferson and the people close to him, but now that seems to be closing into just him and his family. How does Black Lightning move forward after having these betrayals from Gamby and now this Vice Principal?
Well, you know, I think that the conflict is good for us, right? It creates drama. And so seeing how Gamby and Jefferson, how Miss Foudy and Jefferson and you know, Inspector Henderson as well, and Jefferson and Black Lightning on both sides, I think it's just all going to add to the drama that's really at play. And he does need a circle of trust. All superheroes do. And it's going to, how should I say, ebb and flow. You know, those are relationships that we want to keep in play based on what we know about the comics and based on what we know about these characters. The Miss Foudy reveal that we just saw in this last episode, I think is going to lead to some interesting complications.
Is there anything that you can tease about Grace going forward in the season? Anything that, you know, when we see her again, will she kind of find out about this power?
You know, I don't want to tease too much about her, but I will speak on Grace. I think it's most important that we got to know Anissa, that we got to know Thunder, and that we got to know the family. And we know, as far as the comics are concerned, how important that Grace and Anissa are together and individually. And so we wanted to address that, we wanted to introduce that, but we didn't want to go too far into it because the family is what this is really about. And so getting to know Anissa to the degree that we can was very important. And so, yes, we're aware everyone wants to see Grace and Anissa. So I guess that would be the tease. Yeah, we're aware.
You know, you started out with a lot of the original Isabella run, right, as kind of the foundation for the comics and the source material.
Sure.
With the daughters, it's obviously some later stuff. Is there more later material that you're looking to pipe in the season 1, or are you saving all that for later? Because
we were focusing on the family, as I was saying, and using Salim's, obviously it's his vision, Salim Akil's vision, that it's taking the source material, taking the heart and the essence of what's going on with these characters and setting them in Freeland, right? And so tapping into little pieces of it, but now within the world of the Akils, within this Black Lightning CW universe. And so there's inspiration that comes from the comics all the time because we're all huge fans. And so pulling that, yet keeping it true to today, you know, it was written in a different time, literally, and making it present and relatable and have an impact on our show as well as on society, I think is very important.
What do you think about how, or what were you trying to achieve in showing how the two different daughters reacted to their powers? When it got revealed, Anissa had a very positive reaction, obviously sure. Jennifer had a very negative one. Where are you trying to talk about that in the parallels?
Well, I think just look at their characters and how different the two characters are as sisters. And by the way, I love their relationship, how it feels very real, talking to each other the way siblings speak to one another. And I think if you stay true to those characters, they actually reacted the way that you would expect. Jennifer's a teenager. Anissa is in her early 20s. She has different perspectives. She's an activist. Jennifer has, the type of good selfishness that a teenager's supposed to have. And so the first thing she thought about is, how is this going to affect me? And she needs to protect her life. She needs to protect what it means to be a teenager. Whereas Anissa she's out there trying to help the world, trying to save the world. And so her first thought is, how can I use this to do just that?